Ata for ignoring my ex's request for a sit-down talk between him, his wife and me. I 31F have two kids 11 and 9, with my ex 33 meters. We were never married and our relationship was never very good, so breaking up wasn't the worst thing that could have happened. For a while it surprised me that he left first. I always suspected his wife 32F was around before he left me. I know the two of them told me they were a couple less than 5 months after we broke up, and in that same conversation, they told me they were a team and everything going forward had to include her because the kids would know her as their second mom. They told me to get used to hearing her called mom because they would not stop it and would actively encourage it. I brought them to court and the judge added a clause about calling a step-parent a partner mom or dad. This pissed them off, but they still tried to show off what they could do as a couple for the kids that I couldn't as a single mom. Ex's wife also told me that she would be the mother to their other siblings and she was going to give my ex a bunch of babies and that would win the kids over to her even more. She said she would be the preferred mom even if they never got to call her that. Or she said maybe they would and my kids would hate me for separating them if I got so jealous. I spent a lot of years documenting and trying to stay calm for the sake of my kids. We used a co-parenting app for communication and they still sent messages through that about how she'd be favored and things like that. They were scolded a number of times over it. A few years ago, I put my kids in therapy because I knew they picked up on the issues between the adults. My ex's wife never got pregnant. I know I'll sound petty when I say this, but it made me so happy after all the gloating, and said the kids would prefer her because she'd give them a lot more siblings. For a while I noticed she was looking more and more depressed and desperate when no babies seemed to be born. Around July last year my ex told me the kids would be with me for longer and he would work out a makeup schedule later. I found out 6 weeks later that his wife had tried to take her own life and was in the hospital, and that it was triggered by the news she could not have biological children. She and my ex also told people that it drawing her in a picture of his family. That same day at summer camp, I filed with the courts for a change in the custody agreement temporarily, and it was granted. She had to complete certain steps for the kids to go back into the house with her. My ex and her were unhappy, but since they used my kids as an excuse, I did not want to take any chances with them. She completed all the steps, and custody was returned to 50-50 in February of this year. Back in June, my ex suggested the three of us sit down and talk some things through. I told him anything that needed to be said could be done via the app. He said face-to-face was better, that they wanted to improve the relationships so that she could be an equal parent and family member to the kids. Both of them started info dumping about her inability to have bio kids and how it hurts her to know the kids don't see her as family, how they want us to put away the animosity so we can all be present and there for the kids, and that she realizes it won't happen while she hates my guts and wishes I would give the kids to her. I started ignoring the requests after first saying no because I do not think this will be a good idea and I do not trust them. They do not want us to do it over the app. The lucky thing for me is it's all in the app, and there are some concerning comments like they would hope I would let go of the no calling a step-parent or partner, mom or dad rule and things of that nature. When I did not reply and agree to meet up, my ex started saying I was not putting the kids first and I needed to stop using everything against them in court. Aita,